all this noise, I just pray that these thoughts of mine with your experience. And the things that have shaped you, I dare you to ask yourself, what do you bring to the table?
So
And that's
let's
real.
talk about it. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it.
Discussing different plans to make all you understand we at the
Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it.
No matter who you are, just taking this food for thought we at the lunch table.
Davey J. the Virgo. That's it right there.
Hello, my name is Kayla Evelyn Cunningham. I'm a junior at Morgan State University. I'll be graduating May 2017 and I'm a psychology major.
Tamara B., Towson University, soon to be graduate December 2016. Mass Communications major with a concentration in journalism and a minor in electronic media and film.
Aaron Campbell, 2015 Towson graduate, majoring in sociology and anthropology with a concentration in criminal justice.
Hey y'all, my name is Brianna Rollinson. I go to Howard University. I'm a broadcast journalism major, English minor, and I'm class of 2017.
Hey, you
know?
My name is Damian Pinkett. I went to the University of Maryland, College Park. I majored in neurobiology, physiology, and public health, double major. I got my master's at George Washington University in community-oriented primary care. I do this, man.
Hello and welcome to the lunch table. We are here for the PWI versus HBCU debate. I'm your host for the evening, David J. the Virgo. What are the reasons why someone would choose a HBCU over a PWI?
I say for the parties. That's why I did it.
You did it for the parties,
I
man?
knew UMES was gonna have so many parties, so I was like, ooh, this would be fun.
Yeah, I mean, it's for a variety of reasons. You know, definitely the party aspect of it is something that attracts a lot of people to it. But more on like a in-depth meaning, I know a lot of people feel like a degree from the HBCU is not validated. So a lot of people feel the need that they have to go to a PWI, and that's the only way that they'll be accepted into the workforce. You know, I disagree with that belief, but I know a lot of people do feel that way.
I agree with what you said. A lot of people think that, well, if you go to a PWI, you'll get the job or you'll have the better experience. But at HBCU, like, you work hard at an HBCU. They don't give you anything. Like, I know I transferred to Howard, and honestly, like, I work for A. Like, they make sure you have it. And I know a lot of people go choose the HBCU versus the PWI because they're more comfortable. They can be themselves. Like, they can
it's
be
more in their culture.
Yeah, they can be their black without having someone to approve it. So I know that's why I went, because I can be myself and actually love myself, and I found more about myself at HBCU. So.
Okay.
I mean, I went to Spruce-One High School, so they didn't really teach Black history or anything like that. So
Did y'all have a Black History Month there?
No, not really.
Wow.
It was just pretty much I had to go to the principal and say, like, where's the posters, you know? So I did it for that reason, just to learn about
Just to
myself.
find your identity.
Yeah.
It's cool. It's cool.
I think it really goes back to high school and how you're brought up and everything in terms of what is being promoted towards you. I think HBCUs, black people in general, know more about HBCUs when choosing a college, when taking the SAT, when applying to college. And you also have to look at the pure numbers. Like, there's more PWIs than HBCUs, but I think there's a difference between saying I don't want to go to a HBCU versus I want to go to a PWI. I don't think a lot of people say the second.
When I walk around wearing this hat or I wear a shirt that say Black in the College Student of Knowledge, I don't care what a white person thinks.
I love
You know what I
that
mean?
shit.
Like, when I came to a PWI, I'm serious. Like, it's staff members that look at me and they give me the nod, like, yeah, brother, we feel you. You don't even have to say nothing, but I know I can feel their vibe. You know? Like, it's like I no longer apologize for being black. And it took me a while to get to this level. Going to an HBCU helped me get there. You know what I mean? Like, you have a lot of people that are unfortunately ashamed to be black. They're ashamed to be who they are. They don't want to associate with it. They do anything in their power to, you know, be accepted in the white society. You know, so, and you experience that when you come to an HBCU, and it's understandable. If you're the only black in the class of 35 white, it makes you act a certain type of way.
Yeah,
you talk
adjust,
different.
You adjust.
You go from being what's good, bro, to hello, how you doing? My name's Aaron, nice to meet you. Like, it causes you to do those type of things, you know.
But it prepares you.
But it's like you're not comfortable though. That means you just switched your whole entire lifestyle too.
I don't think so. Because I feel like that could prepare you for the real world. Because when you go into the real world, you're not going to see your manager and be like, hey, what's up, bro? How you doing?
But
You you gonna turn into that? Hey, how you doing? My name is Aaron. Nice to meet
This
you.
is the thing,
But here's the thing though, you
business
can't get that
professional
at a
culture.
HBCU though. Like I know Howard School of Business during the fall semester, their School of B students are wearing suits the whole entire. It's hot outside. We walk to class and they have to wear a suit every day.
Wow.
When I walk in, if I'm even from setting up a room to film, I have to know how to talk to them. Like, I can't say, hey yo, what's up? Can I get this room for? No, excuse me, ma'am. Send this email. It needs to be formal. So it teaches you like it teaches you how to do everything. It teaches you how to talk. Like I switch my voice when I'm with my professor. So it's not like you have to go to a PWI to, how are you doing, Susie? You know, my name
So
is
it is
no.
a HBCU
Yeah, it's a
too.
HBC. It's definitely,
Okay.
and we have a Howard intro. So if you're new and I meet you, I have to say, hi, my name is Brianna Rollinson Jr. from South Carolina.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I have to
That's
say
cool.
everything. Like that's how I introduce myself. So if
Wow.
I don't know you, I'm
They do that
introducing
at Morgan
myself.
State too?
Yeah.
Y'all have an intro?
Yeah, you have to do it formally.
Yeah, you have to present yourself. It's called a Howard. I know a Howard is called a Howard intro.
What would you say to people that think that an HBCU is particularly easier than a PWI?
I mean, if I can talk for a little bit, you got to understand why HBCUs were created. Okay, HBCUs were created because they gave people of color an opportunity to go to college that we normally didn't have. Okay, so you have to understand the difference in education. So if a person is going to a HBCU, they might not have gotten accepted into a Towson. I got turned up from Towson 3 times. Okay, seriously, on the 4th time I got in. So when I came to Morgan, professors were more understanding and they gave me, extra opportunities maybe to submit work, or maybe they were more understanding that maybe I didn't do so well on an assignment, so they were a little lenient and they gave me a better grade. They were working in my favor. When I came to Towson, it wasn't like that. It was either you got it or you don't. So it's like you have to understand HBCUs kind of cater to people who normally wouldn't have an opportunity to go to college. So if you say that the amount of work is easier, no, but you have teachers that are more accepting, that are more understanding, that are willing to give students an opportunity to succeed that they normally wouldn't have.
Even at Maryland, I was taking an organic chemistry class. My professor was harder than another person's professor in the same college.
Right.
That's different than like Bowie State. Like my friend was taking Orgo at Bowie State. That class was different. I'm not gonna say it's harder or less because it was different work. Also, you can't, that's like saying HBCU versus PWI versus Ivy League versus State College. Like it's too much stuff to like try to define to have a yes or a no for that.
So when you're talking about your school pride, in general, I feel like people have a school pride and a school thing. Like just like it was a big Twitter thing, UMD versus Towson on Twitter.
Yeah.
And that was big. Like it was a big thing. Like, well, we have more money than you. You all are a smaller institution. Like y'all were just trashing Towson. I was like, hold up, no. Towson has this and Towson has that. So I feel as though like even when people can do an HBCU versus PWI and just find a way to down something, it's just a thing in general just because of school pride thing.
It goes to society though, like not to get too much of my black power, but black has been down so much.
Don't be apologetic.
F it. Yeah, like black has been down so much, man. Like we've been taught since birth that we're inferior, yo. And it's like that really has been engraved in some of our people that people are ashamed to be black. Like people are ashamed to go to HBCUs. They're ashamed to identify with Africa. You got people that are black that say I ain't African. How? What, you think you just came over to Mayflower as a pet? Like, hey, I got my ticket. Like, no, it doesn't work that way. You know what I mean? You got people that are truly ashamed of that. So it carries over into the school system. You got people that will denounce Morgan State and say, I would never go to a HBCU. You know, like, why won't you go to a HBCU? Man, HBCU is like high school. It's like the 13th grade. HBCU is like, yo, if you go to Morgan State, that's a great degree to have on your wall, and it's something to be proud of. It's your heritage. It's something to embrace. You know what I mean? But if you've been taught your whole life that black is something you should be ashamed of, well, then you have people that will promote PWIs. Again, if you think that you're supposed to go to school from the 4th grade all the from the 1st grade all the way up to college and graduate, and then go work for a white man, it's the same thing that PWIs teach you. I come to class, I sit in front of a white professor, I go from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. when I'm done. And I learn how to do desk work, and I listen to him, I watch him. You know what I mean? And then when I graduate and I go into the work world, it's the exact same thing. 9 to 5, I'm sitting in front of a white man with a boss. So it's like, if that's what I associate as success, if that's my definition of success, well then I'm going to promote a PWI more than I'm going to HBCU. You know, like I was talking to this young lady earlier, and we were talking about like she wanted to go on TV. I said, don't work for E! News on your own label, you know what I mean? And then hire people that look just like me and you. That's what white people do. Not just try to sound like racist.
No, they do. They
Like,
do that.
that's what white people do. That's what Jews do. That's what Asian people do. That's what Latinos do. Everybody except the black race. We think we have to go to school, get a degree, and then go work for somebody else. Why not take that capital and build group economics amongst ourselves? You know what I mean? Why not endorse your show? If I have a talent with promotion, why not take my promotion skills, team up with you, and then grow Lunch Table and make it an empire? Why do I need to take my talents to work for E-News? You know, why do I need to take my talents to work for GQ magazine when she's trying to start her own magazine over here? Why not take my talents here and then make you be great? So it's like you got to change the dynamic. We need the people to understand it's pride in the HBCU. Is it inferior? Hell no. Is it easier? Hell no. It's the same level of work, if not better, if not harder, because they understand our struggle.
Wow.
You know what I mean? I mean, that's all of it.
It's easy to say educate yourself, but if that's not the community or the environment you're from, you're not going to be able to do that.
Right,
So
I
it starts in
understand.
the school system, it starts
Right.
at home. But if that home doesn't have that environment to build you up like that, then what are you going to do?
Right.
We talk about this now as educated black people here,
Yeah.
but we 14, 15, 16 years old in high school, we don't really know what we want to do. So it's like, where does that conversation start for real? Like, I graduated high school at 16. I wasn't thinking HBCU or PWI.
right.
I was thinking I wanted to play football.
Yep.
That's
Right.
it.
That's
You
very
feel me?
true.
Yeah, that's
So
something
it's like, it
related to.
depends on the environment that you went to.
It's a generational gap. When I was 16, my father's 64, I think. All right, he's like 64, 65. For whatever reason, I can't receive a message coming from him.
Can't.
It's
Exactly. It's different.
Right.
It's totally than
a
somebody.
25-year-old message. You see what I'm saying? When I was 17, I had to hear it from a 22-year-old. I couldn't hear it from a 55-year-old man. Why? Now, granted, he knows what he's talking about,
Right.
the 55-year-old man, but it's
It's
a
not your
language
mindset at
barrier.
the time,
You know what I'm saying? So it's up to us at this age. We have to go back and tell them, no, black man, understand. No, black woman, understand understand what opportunity you have. Take advantage of it and seize the moment. You know what I mean? Like, as far as like preparing you for the real world, I think HBCUs, some hinder students in a bad way. You know, because when I was at Morgan, I had students that were challenging me to be better, but from professors, I didn't really have that.
Yeah.
You know, I had it with some professors, like Professor Nwayfor, who I love to death. He was one that kind of pulled it out of me, but for like the most part, I didn't really get that type of enforcement that I had at Towson. When I came to Towson, because I was so uncomfortable, it made me do better. Because I didn't want to be looked at as the NIGGER, it forced me to like change my act and take things more serious than I did when I was at Morgan. I was a little bit more comfortable.
Yeah, I feel like even in general, like a black student in a white class, it's almost like you don't want to be that dumb per se nigga that's sitting in the back of the class,
That's very true, man.
and that's just like
yo,
talking and chewing gum and
yeah.
like, so you have to bring
Yeah,
yourself
you have to.
to a higher standard
Right.
just so you don't be judged, just so you aren't judged by everyone else around
Yo, I
you
was
to fit a
real,
stereotype.
I was really in groups where I'm the only black in the group, and the only task they would give me is to print papers.
Yes.
You know
Yeah,
what
they
I
give
mean?
you
Yeah,
the, yeah,
that's-
And I'm
that
like,
happens. No,
you
that
gonna give
happens
me the
all the
most
time.
remedial task and then
That
try to
happens all the
talk
time.
to me and say, yeah, Aaron, you think you can handle that? Man, get out my face. You know what I mean? Like, you get angry.
You fight
And you
back.
want to
With your
become that
words.
typical angry black guy. You know what I mean? But it's like,
But you fight back vocally.
yeah.
So
like,
Or you fight back by proving yourself.
Right.
It's almost like you
Yourself,
have to
yeah.
prove yourself,
Yeah.
like to be able to, almost like you have to overexceed yourself
Yeah.
just to prove that you can do what they
basic
can do in
tasks,
class,
yeah.
basic
Like,
tasks.
Hey, to play advocate though, because I went to a PWI, it's like we found ourselves a core group of black people in the Black Student Union. I was president eventually. I joined a fraternity, Alpha Phi Alpha. So it's like I was encompassed by these people who were like-minded and wanted to do just as well. So sometimes I felt like I had to prove myself 3 times as much to another black person.
Right.
Oh,
And
wow.
that's
And I was
difficult
about
too.
to speak
I was
on
about to
that.
speak on
Yeah.
that too.
And that brings me back to the title of this HBCU versus PWI. It shouldn't be versus. I think as black people, we gotta come together and fight together to be better. So, yeah, just playing advocate, you know?
No,
Yeah.
definitely, that's good. So we have come to a conclusion that PWIs versus HBCU should be taken out, and we should become more of a unit, more of a power within ourselves, you know, change our narratives, et cetera, et cetera. But thank you so much. Thank you so much for tuning into the Lunch Table. I'm your host, David J. the Virgo. Check us out next week.
No matter who you are, just taking this food for thought. We at the lunch table. David J. the Virgo.